Today I'm going to go over problems from our 4.5, 4.6, 4.7 study guide. 4.5, 4.6, 4.7 is all about inequalities. It is about adding or subtracting inequalities, multiplying or dividing inequalities, and then 4.7 is solving two-step problems with inequalities using adding or subtracting and multiplying or dividing. So I chose a couple problems from our study guide to look at. So let's look at this first problem. First of all, you always want to work on the side of the variable. We've already discussed that. Then I'm going to undo the addition here because that's the easiest way to work on it. Instead of trying to multiply everything by -2, it's a lot easier to just subtract 5 from both sides. And in doing so, I get z over -2 is greater than 10 minus 5 is 5. Now, we know our rules for solving inequalities. You do it just like equations or two-step equations, except when you are multiplying by a negative number, you have to reverse this inequality. And the reason you do so is multiplying or dividing by a negative number is going to reverse the order of the inequality. So if you were heading this way on the number line, now that it's a negative, you're reversing the order, and now you're going this way on the number line. So I'm going to multiply both sides by -2. And pay attention that it doesn't matter if this is a positive or negative. It's what are you doing to that positive or negative. If this is a negative number that you're multiplying or dividing by is the only time that you flip the inequality. So these cancel out. They get to 1. So now you have z. And now that I'm multiplying by a negative number, I'm going to flip the inequality. 5 times -2 is -10. So on the number line, it's going to be an open circle, and your graph, you're going to point your arrow heading this way, just like the way that the arrow is faced on your inequality itself. Another problem that I wanted to look at from the study guide is this one. So again, working with adding or subtracting first, subtract 12 from both sides, which is very simple. So these cancel out, they give you 0. Now you have a -5c is less than or equal to -3 minus 12 is -15. Now that I have, this is a multiplication. -5 is being multiplied to c. So I'm going to divide by a -5. Now that I'm going to divide by a -5, I know I have to flip this inequality and divide this side by -5. So -5 divided by -5 is c. I'm going to flip the inequality. Now we're going the reverse order because we divided by a negative is greater than or equal to -15 divided by -5 is +3. Remember, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Remember, they have like a positive relation. They both agree whether it's positive or negative, but they both agree. We've talked about that, so it is a positive. So on the number line, you're going to have a closed circle because 3 is included in this solution. That means c could be 3 or anything greater than 3. The next problem I want to talk about is looking at our is -2. They're asking if -2 is a solution to this problem. So all you have to do is plug it in. Now I expect on the quiz to actually solve it so that you can prove your solution and not just simply writing yes or no, even though that you could do this mentally. Don't forget that this negative sign, you have to bring that down. Now we're going to plug in -2 for j. So I'm going to plug in -2. So don't think that this is already included. This is two separate things. Now you're going to plug in for j. I put parentheses just because we want to separate the two negatives. And then write everything else down. Some of you already know that a negative and a negative is going to be positive. So some of you wrote just 2. I'm okay with that. -3 is greater than -5. Now we're going to solve to c. So this is plus a negative. Remember, that's how we subtract integers. And that gives me -1 is greater than -5. Is that a solution? Yes, because -1 is greater than -5. So if I had on the number line, I have, see my -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, and 0. negative 1 is closer to 0, therefore it is greater than negative 5. It's like saying I owe somebody $1, I owe somebody $5. So yes, negative 1 is greater than negative 5. So yes, negative 2 is a solution. And this is how it would be expected for you to write it for full credit. The next problem is number 9. So this was, we had great conversations about this. It says, in a game, you pilot a spaceship and gain a point for every asteroid you destroy. The game ends when your ship is hit by an asteroid. You already have 310 points. So the solution to this problem is that your score, then it asks you describe your possible final score. So your score is going to be greater than 310 because you already have 10 points, and then every time you destroy an asteroid, you earn a point. Now, the students had a great point, and I thought of this too. We were talking about this yesterday. Well, what if you end up destroying your ship if you get hit by an asteroid right after you've earned the 310 points? So that means that your score can be greater than or equal to 310. And I would agree that your score can be greater than or equal to 310, because what if your ship got destroyed right after these 310 points? So although the book says that the spaceship should be greater than 310, we had great mathematical reasoning behind it. We proved that it could be possible for it to be or equal to, so I would agree with this. So when you graph this, it's going to be closed circle at 310. The last problem is the area of a triangle problem. So it says that the area of a triangle is no less than 48 square inches. Write and solve an inequality that represents W. So here's your picture. First of all, whenever you see any problem that has a shape and you're trying to find the area of the perimeter or whatever it may be, you have to write your formula down for this without thinking about what they're asking. So the formula, the area of a triangle formula is the area equals the half times the base times the height. So your base is the 16 meters going across and your height is the W. This way it makes it a lot easier to start plugging in your formula, plugging in your problems, and answering the question. So they gave us that your area is no less than 48 square inches. So here's my area, it's 48. If it's no less than, that means it's actually greater than or equal to. Correct? It's not less than 48, so that means it's greater than. And then my half, my base is 16, so I'm going to multiply by 16 because you have to multiply half times base times height. And then my height is W. Before I start undoing any multiplying or dividing, I have to combine like terms. So half times 16 is my first part of the solution. Keep that the same. Half times 16 is 8, and bring down my W. So we're still trying to solve for W. Now, I'm going to treat it like any, inequality. This is a two-step inequality. It involves multiplying and then dividing. So now I'm going to divide by 8. Since this is a positive 8, so this, now I have 8 divided by 8. These cross cancel, so these cancel out. Now I have W, and then 48 divided by 8 is 6, is greater than or equal to W. Now, we've talked about when you have the variable on the side, you need to just flip the whole problem. You're not flipping the inequality or changing the value of anything. All you're doing is turning everything around just for graphing purposes. So look at this. Now, the inequality is pointing, the less than sign is pointing towards the W. So I'm just going to flip the whole order around. I'm bringing the W here. I'll put the inequality here, and then the 6. They are exactly the same. There's nothing that has changed here. So looking at the problem now, I have 6 is greater than or equal to W. It is equal to W is less than or equal to 6. The only reason you do this is for graphing purposes, because now if I have my number line and I have my 6, We just kind of put a couple digits. If I were to graph this, I'm going to put that closed circle and I'm going to graph the inequality with the arrows pointing this way, shading this side. That is incorrect. So that's why we flip it, we reverse it. The value has not changed. The value has not changed, but for graphing purposes, you have to do that. So now W is less than or equal to 6. So think this less than sign is pointing to the W, the greater sign is pointing to the 6. It's still doing the same here. So I'm going to have my closed circle, and I'm following this is my correct answer right here. And then I will shade it this way. If you have any questions, leave me a message on YouTube and I will respond.